Hello, dear friends, and welcome into the DLLS Cowboys Emergency Pod. Emergency Pod! As the Dallas Cowboys have figured out what to do with some cap space. They cleared some cap space, which they didn't have before, except they did. But now that they have some cap space that they already had, now they are signing football players, baby. Congratulations to DaRon Bland and family. 4-year extension. Let me do the math. 92, chill? 92?
92 million.
Is that 23 a pop? 23, 40,
23 a pop.
23 pop.
And I like to see what it, and that's, and obviously you got to put in, it starts after this year, right? So he still has to finish the final year of his rookie deal.
Right. So he'll make his $5 million or whatever this year. And then starting next year, he has a 4-year extension. So that's wonderful. I want to say hi to everybody and let them know that my name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And I don't have a quick key button for Clarence on my equipment, but if Katya's there and can, oh, yeah.
Hey.
So congratulations. That's lovely. That is lovely. Shout out to the guys in the chat who are already bitching. This guy said, more crying, huh? More calling Jerry an idiot, more whining about what Jerry does or doesn't do, huh? No, this is good. This is good business. They're signing their good players who are very signable to the very signable contracts.
And no negativity, Jeff. Let's be positive here, okay?
No, he's a good player that got a good contract.
And the Cowboys talked about moving different, doing something different. Jerry said doing something different. Well, this is different. They didn't wait till the end. They didn't wait. Right? Is this different?
Is it?
They immediately reacted. We didn't sign Micah. Let's do something with this money.
Oh, you're right. This is going to sound negative. No, this is very reactionary. So they traded Micah and people didn't like it. And so they found a guy that they knew they could get the deal done, much like Osa. They took a good player that they knew would be very responsive to signing a contract around market value, and they signed him. And like that's not hard to do. That's really easy to do. DaRon Bland is, I think, the sort of player that would really welcome this, that it's not going to be a, nope, that's not enough. Nope, we got to do this. We got to do this. The Osas of the world who are willing to come to you on your terms, like that's who they want to sign. The Jalen Smith, Michael Gallup. Jalen wasn't a good player. But like, no, I think the guys that they like, I do think it's very intentional that they're signing a guy right after they traded Micah. And they pick a guy that they really like, that is nice and safe. And 2 years from now, will we be looking at it and going, man, DaRon Bland's a great value and he's an absolute superstar? I don't think so. You'll just think, oh, yeah, DaRon Bland is still a good corner. And that's nice.
He is a good corner.
He's a good corner.
It's a very good corner. And, you know, the thing that we just talked with Bland about was he didn't want to play the slot.
Right.
He wanted to play outside because that's where you get your money at. Okay, this from a football. Let's do a football discussion here. He wanted to play outside. He didn't want to play the slot. Well, now it's not a big deal. So
right.
If Diggs is back, if Diggs is not back, he can play the slot. Get the best group back there. Because slot guys don't generally make the money of outside guys. You don't want to get the label of a slot corner. Like I think Jordan Lewis, slot corner. He got one of the top slot corner ever contract with Jacksonville, right. $12 million a year. And I think the guy from the Bears, Johnson, may have got a little more than him, and it may got $15 million a year. But that's what they make. Outside corner, the top outside corners make $20 to $30 million a year. He got 23. They split the baby.
No, yeah, I think it's great. I do think it's great for DaRon, and it's great for putting that. I think it's a great point by you. That it's a great way to put that to rest, because at least for this year, their best secondary when they have Diggs is probably Elam and Diggs outside, Bland in the slot.
Right.
And in a contract year, you're like, wait, you're putting me at a place that makes 60% as much money when you know I can do this job.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, but that's what helped us the most. So I do think, and from that perspective, it definitely makes sense to get that knocked out. And plus, I think we both think that the other best corner on this team probably is about to have his last year with this team. And so it's nice not to have a barren wasteland at a position group as you move forward. You have a guy that you like, you have a guy that you trust. If you want to nitpick it, I think DaRon Bland making $1 million less than Pat Surtain. Like, I think those are different level of player. And so in that way, I think this is responsive to the Micah Parsons thing, and then being like, hey, let's get something out there. Let's get something done so that people are like, look at it. This is because like you're going to be sold as we were able to do this because we did that.
Yeah.
And you could have signed Parsons, Tyler Smith, and DaRon Bland on the same day a week ago, and it would have, your cap space would have been $50 million. So don't let them lie to you. But no, you don't want to. He's a really nice player that's steady, that you want on your football team. And so to have him getting a nice payday for him, that's great. And to have your cornerback group, it's not going to be just atrocious if you were to not bring him back and cut Diggs. It's nice to keep Bland around. So I'm glad he got the extension. I'm glad they got something done. It doesn't stop me holding their feet to the fire because DaRon Bland was already here. You don't get to sell me on, hey, we signed some guys after we traded one of our best players that were already here. Look how much better we are. You don't get better with your own players. But yeah, that's nice. It's nice that they got one out of the way. That's nice.
Okay. You want him happy, though. Okay. You want your players, like coaching staff was not happy last year. You want your players happy. You want players to feel respected and they're valued. Okay. Yes, he was already here, but now you got a happy Bland. You got a Bland that's motivated to prove him right and to earn this money. And again, you're right. You're set up for the future. He was already here, but you got Revel and you got Bland. We'll see what Elam is last year's contract. We already know that Diggs is probably gone, but you do have your two outside guys for next year. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can draft again. You can corners a dime a dozen. Without due respect, you can always get one in the draft.
You said corners are?
What I'm saying is you can find somebody. I mean, you can get it in the top 3 rounds. You can get a corner if you want to get a corner.
Well, that sounds like a case not to give $23 million to DaRon Bland, honestly.
Well, I'm just saying you need a third. You need a slot corner. You may need a slot corner. You may need an outside corner. You may sign Elam, but you got 2 of the 3 spots for next year already signed. But yeah, it's a good move. And yeah, he was already on the team. It doesn't make the team better going forward, but it's a move in the right direction. And now go do Tyler Smith. Get Tyler Smith done because that's the big one. He's the one that's a Pro Bowl, all pro level guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Get him locked up.
Right. I agree with you. I think that is the tougher one. That's the one where if you want to tell me that you move different, it's not with your Blands and your Osas and your other quality starters. Moving different is getting out in front of the monster contracts and getting those done. Bland's good. I want him here. Without him here, the secondary would be in a bad spot. I'm glad that Bland got locked up. That's nice. We like that. But if you want to show me you're moving different, you get the market setting, the best dudes, and you get those deals done without telling the fan base there's only so much pie and getting them mad at the play. Because I'm ready for the fan base to turn on Tyler Smith after this offseason when the Cowboys tell us there's only so much pie. I don't think that'll happen, but it's certainly possible. But Bland, good. We like Bland. Now let's get Tyler Smith done. And then let's go win 17 and hope that the Packers don't do so well. And then draft all the guys, and then we'll go win the Super Bowls.
And Tyler Smith will be a record-setting deal. It's going to be a market-resetting deal for an interior offensive lineman. Understand this, and he knows what's out there for him. And you see some of the deals that's already been done. It will be at the top of the market deal, okay? And so you're ready to give Micah Parsons the top of the market? Give him top of the market. And he's a local guy. He's not going to ask for $5 million over the top of the market. He don't ask for $7 million over the top of the market.
Who's that?
Tyler Smith.
No, it should be one or two. Just one or two. Just one or two over.
Just 1 or 2 on the top of the market. Let's get it done. Now, his agency is Athletes First.
Uh-oh.
But his primary agent is not David Mulugeta.
Okay, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah, it's Joe Panos. But his primary agent is not David Mulugeta. He's with Athletes First. And so Dak's agent was Athletes First, and they got it done. Okay, but just get it done. It's available to get done. It's out there. Impress me. Bland was good. Bland's get
good.
Bland done, make Bland happy. You want to really impress me? Just like impress. You want to really show you're moving different? Get one of these first round picks. get one of these top of the market deals done without drama.
Zach is in the super chat. He said, guys, Steven made a deal. And we'll take it. Rob Arojo is in the super chat. Jeff, I agree with Clarence when he says that the best way to reproduce Micah's production is to put Lipke at D end. You need a smart, crafty, high motor, high football IQ guy at D end. Got to go having Arby's I love Arby's. Arby's, if you're listening and you want to spend some marketing dollars, you will not find a better spokesman. Sports guy T.O. now get Tyler Smith done. I do agree with that. Yeah, go get Tyler Smith done. And the other name that I saw today was actually Sam Williams, where I'm going, what? Like, what are we?
Sam Williams is trying to have a breakout year to get max money on his contract. His contract's up. I've talked to him. He wants to take care of his family. He ain't taking no team. I mean, why do that at this point? He has done nothing. What contract can you offer him? He goes out to get 10 sacks on the free agent market. That's the thing with Bland. You can say what you want about this deal for Bland, but if he hits the market and he's the only cornerback out, the team's going to bid him. They're going to make the money go up. That's why the Cowboys had to pay Dak 60 because he was going to get that on the market.
Right.
If he's a free agent and Dak was free and clear, you couldn't tag him or do anything with him. So I just don't know what you get for Bland or what you pay Bland, but I think that's a wait to see contract for sure. You already got Donald Ezraku, you can again, James Houston's of the world. He has never done anything to say sign him to an extension. We like the potential.
Yeah.
And that's the position that worries me now. I mean, because we do have some young guys you like who have traits. You got James Houston, you got Donald Ezraku, you got Sam Williams. Will that be enough to generate a pass rush?
People don't. Yeah, I know people. People don't want my answer, so I'm just going to say absolutely. I'm going to say that it'll go really well. I thought they had a really good pass rush group when it was led by a monster, and once you take away the monster, now you're talking about a bunch of guys where we had been talking about. Well, this guy has tools I like. This guy can do this part of the job. This guy's nice at this part of the job. That fits in great. When the top guy is the top guy on the planet, when that goes away, now it's like we're trying to piece it together. We're going to try to piece it together, see what happens. Ismail said, sorry, I must have missed something. Why is Diggs definitely gone after this year? Also, Clarence, hook 'em horns. Maybe not definitely. I know Diggs said, kind of tried to clear the air and say, I don't have a problem with the training staff or Britt Brown. That's my guy. But I think the history of Trayvon Diggs and the Cowboys is they don't necessarily see eye to eye on a whole bunch of things. And once your guaranteed money runs out, you become very cuttable in the NFL. So I think it's been a lot of people's assumption that this would be Trayvon Diggs last year. But he's also a guy that because the dollar amount that he signed for, you could look at it and say he's been hurt too much. He hasn't lived up to it or whatever. As NFL contracts go and the salary cap goes up, if Diggs is a good player, you better keep him because he's a very affordable player in today's NFL. So we'll see. And then Clay said people in Chicago saying Revel is Champ Bailey. I'll take that. I'll take
people in who?
Yeah,
Chicago.
Revel is Champ Bailey.
Why people in Chicago know anything about Revel? He ain't played yet.
Because they saw him somewhere. Don't worry about all that. They saw him somewhere.
And I like Revel, and then hopefully, he changed numbers, out of that 27. He's in 34 now.
Clarence, can I just tell you, I can't with some people. Can I tell you that I can't with some people?
Okay.
I'm just reading our chat. Sam is a complete better rusher than Micah. It shows.
My God.
If he didn't get hurt right now, we wouldn't even argue about Micah. Look, what we can't do, and I do. You know what? I apologize.
Don't legitimize it.
I am hard on the Cowboys front office because the way in which they move drives me crazy. I grant you that, and I won't say anything about it. The way they can get y'all to flip on the best players in the sport is incredible and elevate people who have never done anything. I like Sam Williams' tools too. I liked when they drafted him. I like the splash plays he made when he played early in his career. If anybody out there starts talking to me about a non-Micah pass rusher and like, we don't need Micah because we got this guy, boy, they got y'all.
Yeah,
don't be that. Don't be easy on the dudes that run your team. I want the team to win. You should too. Go sign Tyler Smith now. Do that. and then make moves to make my team better. I'm glad you locked in DaRon Bland. I appreciate it. We got us a nice player, and he's going to be here. That's nice. Go make the team better. Don't tell me there's only so much pie. And now that you have all this pie, the history of what the Cowboys will do with this pie is over the next couple of years, they'll sign more guys that are veterans on one-year deals to fill up the cap, not star players to help you win. And then they'll tell you they're running out of pie again on their next great player who needs a contract. Hold them accountable to make your team better. You tell me that trading Micah is going to make us better? Show me. Not when you get to the offseason by signing 3 veterans that each make $9 million that are below average starters. Show me. Move different. Try to win. That's all.
Take a deep breath. Apologize to the fans. Say you're gonna be positive. It's a good move. Take a deep breath.
This is a nice look. This is a standard NFL move. I got no problem with it. Very much like when they signed Diggs, and it was like, "What's your reaction to the Diggs contract?" And I said, "I don't know. It seems about right. That's good. That's fine. You don't want to lose good players. It's nice. It's nice." But it's like, if you want me to just to cheerlead and tell them, you do what you're supposed to do. You got a good player. You guys found a dollar amount that worked and you signed him. That's nice. I want DaRon Bland here. He's a good player. Now go get my team better.
You got the trade deadline, baby. They're gonna flip one of those first round picks, trade for somebody.
I am ready. I'm ready to use all the first round picks or trade them. Vance is in here. Nico dreams of having Cowboy fans. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just don't let them slide. Hold them accountable. Most people are clueless about football and they'll believe whatever they read most recently. We should have found a way with Micah. You should have, but I'm not going to drag people down about Micah forever. I am moving on. I've moved on. I'm ready for the next thing. You know how I feel. Your team does not get better by getting rid of your best players. Now we go forward and we figure out what can we do with our monies? What can we do with our picks? How good can this team be without that player? And we get ready to rock and roll, and we hope that DaRon Bland is a big part of whooping everybody this year. I hope he has 11 pick sixes. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being positive. We got to go.
Oh, peace out. See you, Clarence. Hey, everybody, thanks for talking about CC Black. Cowboys will go as far as Dak takes them. That is true. This is going to be probably the Dak CD Pickens show, and let's be Team 40 Burger. And DaRon Bland gets us pick sixes. Congratulations to DaRon Bland on his extension. We love you all. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. Be cool, everybody. We love you. Be easy. Bye.